you're connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of a time waster you are.
Go ahead, please.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
Was baited, so that one's not going to be a catch. This is a fresh bait. This one messaged me again. We can go look at their messages again. I should be going through and re-reporting. I think I'm going to probably should just go through and re-report all these. Jalen. Oh! Oh, boy. This one we baited so long we didn't even get to out ourselves yet. We were still in the middle of it. Oh my god, Jalen is gone. Did I get the 508-709? Did I get that right? $508-709. 508-709. Gandhi. Guess what it's time for? 4-year-old profile. Red dot time. Ah, that one feels good. Oh my god, Whiskey's gonna be thrilled. Or sad. I'm not sure. This one was a trip. Let's see if we still got their chat. So you do fake payments for me? Oh, these two are just what? Huh? Oh, it's 150. Oh no, I biffed it. Where'd it go? It's 1508709. Damn it. Oops, wrong one. That one was suspended. Uh, Damn it anyway. Here, I thought I had a victory. Well, now that red dot emote looks really stupid, doesn't it? Hey, what's up, Whiskey? I thought we just found out that Jalen's was deleted, but I biffed it on the link. I am definitely coming down with something. I am almost proof positive. What can I do? So we're just going to chat for a little bit, go through some follow-ups. Couple of
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Take. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know I didn't put the time on today, but sorry, it happens. But I'm looking forward to talking to Hatch today about his Twitch busting and his cataloging process. Are you?
Yes. I watched a bunch of his videos over the last week. Definitely unique. Definitely has a niche. I can't wait to
Yeah.
talk to him. A lot of people don't bring the Twitter scams to live streams and to YouTube videos. So good for him. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to talk to him.
Yeah, no, I'm super looking forward to it too because I don't know that much about Twitter scams. I haven't really delved in that. I can take a guess at what they are based on other social media scams I've seen, like Facebook and such, but it'll be great to hear about it more and also how this new verification button affected it. So I see that verification button, if I understand it correctly, we can talk to Hatch about it though, is like you could pick any name you want and then you get that blue check mark. So like people, like someone picked like George Bush, like George W. Bush, and then they tweeted, I miss killing Iraqis or something like that.
Yeah, got in trouble for that though.
Yeah, so we'll have to ask them like, what's the point of paying for that blue check mark if you can just pick, it doesn't really verify you. You can just pick any name. Like, I'll pick TAGOW Media Scam Pranks.
People do.
And I'll go around
It's just,
tweeting as you.
a form of flattery.
Yeah.
But there used to be an app, and I'm sure it's still there, obviously. But I mean, there was an app because Trump used to love Twitter. So I used to, when I ran a sales department, I used to have like 50 employees, and every time somebody sold something, I'd tweet as Donald Trump. Just because everyone knew Trump was in the media so much for tweeting. But they had apps that you could just that had a picture of him, and it made it look like I was really Donald Trump for the day, and the staff loved it.
Wow, that's cool. That was smart.
Yep. Yeah. But it's very easy to pretend you're someone else online.
For sure. It's a major problem, for sure. And that's
Yep.
why we have so much romance scams, because people are pretending to be other people.
Well, that's why I love the people that expose like the Instagram scams, and that's why I can't wait to speak with Hatch about what he does on Twitter. A lot of time goes into it, and obviously, it's not as entertaining as having audio where you can post a 10-minute video, but there's a lot of work that goes into that, and it's important because people do fall for them. We talk about it all the time, and hopefully you or I, we would know that, okay, that's a fake picture. Their English is broken. They don't know. They can't tell me two things about New York, even though they say they're in New York. They're on an oil rig, just like every other romance scammer says that they're working on an oil rig and needs money. But people do fall for it.
Right.
And, we wouldn't, obviously, good on us. But, as stupid as it seems to us, in common sense, people do fall for it, and it's sad. So I love that there's people out there that spend so much time on these social media scams like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. So we'll see what he has to say. I can't wait to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn about it. Like when Virginia was on that time and she told us about the Instagram scams, I learned a lot about it. So my goal is
Peaches. Good morning, Peaches.
What my goal is one day that instead of having all these separate channels, thank you so much, Liz. You member for 5 months. Wow. Where everyone is supporting, like each having to get their own support. We could have my goal one day is to have all the support go to Aspire, and then we have all these people on staff full time doing this full time, and then we can all of us can work full time at it as jobs, and but then still have our basic needs covered, you know? That's my ultimate goal. I feel like that'll make a difference long term once we get to that point. We'll just have scambaiters on staff doing it full time, you know?
Yeah, who wouldn't want to get paid to scam bait?
Right. And we'll have a Twitter division, Twitter division, an Instagram division, a tech support division, a romance scam division. It'll be quite a large operation. But it'll be good because we can all work together instead of, because it's really hard for people to support everybody, and I 100% understand that. I can support nobody right now. So I totally understand how hard it is to support everybody. But so that's why I think it would be great if they had one place to donate what they could donate, and then from there we could support everyone, you know?
What up, Dan?
Yeah, sure, Chester, you can be the official news person for Aspire once I have you a salary position.
Just reminded me too. Now that I got my super chat fixed, and I can only do with super stickers, I guess it is. I still got to go to a takeout stream and get that right because I meant to super chat them 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. See, and that's another great reason.
Takeout and I are related, probably from the old country. We both have like half the same name.
Yeah, true. You're from the same mama take.
Gotta help out the family.
So true.
I always wanted an older brother.
Oh, he's older? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a joke. I think we're up by about 25 years.
Yeah, we're in a delusional world this morning.
Yeah,
That's
you're tired.
okay.
I won't joke around like that. I thought it was an obvious joke. I think I got like 25 years on the dude, so we're good.
I think you can technically be his father, probably.
Well, we won't go there. I'm not in scammer mode yet. We won't go there.
So how was your day yesterday? Did you talk to any exciting scammers?
Oh my goodness, I had the craziest 2 days. Let me tell you, I quit smoking, right?
Oh, you did?
So,
wow.
Well, yeah, that was then. But
gotcha.
I went 33 hours without a cigarette, right?
Uh-huh.
So I slept a lot of those hours. I figured there's nothing to do. That's when you smoke the most. I'm just going to sleep. So I just watched Hindi videos for 33 hours, Hindi movies, Hindi videos, and I just laid in bed.
Wow.
And then I had a nightmare. You ever see the Corsican brothers, Cheech and Chong?
I've heard of them. Like, they smoke a lot of pot.
Well, they do. That's what Cheech and Chong are known for. But they made a movie where if you hurt one brother, the other brother feels it. So, like if one brother got stabbed, the other brother would be in pain, like that type of thing. It was one of their movies. It didn't do so well. But anyway, my nightmare was my stepbrother went to jail, and every time he got beat up, I felt the pain. So it was a terrible sleep. So I went back to smoking. Nonetheless, I had to go smoke.
Oh my gosh. That was the solution.
Well, I don't. It was a very traumatic dream, so a little bit more sympathy would be, be warranted here, I think.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I felt very sympathetic to you.
It was very scary. I don't even know the guy. I don't even know why he was in my dream, but sometimes dreams are like that. But anyway, that's what I did for 2 days. And then yesterday I did rage at some scammers. I don't have any more goofy stories in me. It's just straight cursing and yelling and screaming at these idiots. So we'll see what direction my channel goes, but I don't know if I have any more funny nonsense in me. As soon as they pick up the phone, I'm angry. So thank God half the people that tune into me like that stuff, and the other people just they'll have to stand by me as I make the transition.
So you're transitioning from like 70% rage to 100. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, before I was on like an 8. Now I'm on like a 20.
Oh my gosh!
Like my neighbors were like ready to like call the police on me. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even record a lot of the calls. I just dealt with some really idiotic, immature, very racist. It's just so stupid.
my
And it's a good thing
gosh.
I didn't record it. Nobody needs to hear me raging back at them. But yeah, it was a very sad day for making calls yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds crazy.
Yep. And the women scammers that I talked to were no better than the men.
Wow.
They hopefully they don't really believe what they're saying. But it was very sad to hear people with thoughts like that.
Yeah, that's sad. Well, I had a great dream last night. I dreamed that I got a kitten, and the kitten looked exactly like Charlie. And I was really excited. I'm like, Charlie came back to me. That was my dream.
Well, that's a very nice dream.
But yesterday I had a pretty good day because I collabed with Gordon, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I was in your stream for a little while, and then I had to leave. But I knew you were waiting for Gordon or something.
Yeah, so like what we did was like we were on my channel and I baited a scammer, and then he came on to the stream and then pretended like to be an Amazon scammer too. Like he was like, "Hi, this is Brad Pitt from Amazon." So then they like fought, like literally she fought with him for a while, and her name was Lisa, about hang up on him like for probably like a good 10 to 15 minutes. She literally argued with this very American sounding man for me to hang up. So then we went over to his stream, and then we did the same thing, except he was the victim, and then I called in and I said I was Lisa from PayPal and he should hang up. So we pretended to be scammers with our extremely American sounding voices.
Good. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you. So when I was watching your stream, I think I was there for, I don't know, 20 minutes, and you started to like listen in on scammers, and it sounded like there was the one girl was working from home and she was talking to her mom, and
Yeah.
then some guy called and it was like a debt relief scam. Was that the one, or student loan?
It's no, the scam that we've been listening to, I'm actually making my video this week about it. Is it's if they sign them up for the healthcare.gov and then they get a kickback for it, but in order to sign people up, they promise them like a $6,000 or $9,000 grant.
So that was the female scammer where she was yelling at her mom before she took the call or something, right? Or her kid.
Yeah, I didn't realize they were working at home until that very moment. I guess they were working at home. I had no idea.
I get that a lot. That's why I was asking. Because I mean, you could listen in, and obviously, thank God, the victim said, "I'm not interested," by or whatever. But usually, when those Medicare scams call me, I notice that sometimes they get directed to people's homes.
Right.
It's not always a call center. So I wonder if that's kind of like what you had. Like you just listen in, but sometimes the calls get sent to people's homes. Sometimes it's a call center. Am I right?
Yeah. Right. I mean, yeah, that's how I take it. Like I said, I've been listening to that one for like 2 weeks at least, and did not know until that very moment that they were working from home. Because they usually sound like they're working next to each other, so.
So sometimes the message will say, I don't know if it's an automated message. I get like 50 of them a day now. Medicare scammers are brutal, but they're all scammers. It's safe to say, even if they're trying to be legit and saying, if you have any questions, go to Medicare.gov. They're there to scam you.
Yeah.
They're just using those terms to make them seem legit, right?
Well, I mean, they could be doing something. like they could be signing you up for something that's legit, but the way they're doing it is a scam. And I'm sorry, but the government is not desperate for people to sign up for Medicare. They're not calling people like they need people to sign up for Medicare. You know what I mean? So there's some level of scam, and they might actually sign you up for Medicare, but the way that I've heard it is very sleazy. I'm going to talk more about it in my video this week, but like these people.
That's what I wanted.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what I want a definite answer on. I mean, I want to know before I rage at these people and they're making a living. If they're scammers, great. They deserve to be yelled at and cursed at and abused and whatever you can do on the phone to waste their time. I just want to make sure that I'm not doing it to people that are working for a company that's hired them to bypass the do not call list. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I see.
Because
no.
In that case, they don't know that they're doing anything wrong. All they're doing is they're hired by a major company to call you from a spoof number to bypass you, and that's on the major company that's being a jerk because they're hiring outside people to do the dirty work. Well, we're not allowed to call them because they're on the do not call list, but we're going to have a bunch of Indian scammers do it. And the people that we call in India, if I'm right, in this scenario anyway, they're not doing anything wrong. All they're doing is calling you because they're told to.
Right.
But I want to know if that's true or if they're the scammers that are calling you and they're going to scam you and take your identity and rob an elderly defenseless person out of their money. That's what I want to know.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know if this is the right thing, but in my opinion, feel free to rage at any of them because this needs to stop. And even if you rage at the wrong person, eventually somehow somebody will get to it because everyone is playing a role. Insurance companies, I don't really think the government is not playing a direct role, but this is being allowed to happen by them. I'm sure they know, and they're not doing anything. So, yeah, rage your way at all of them till we get it stopped because it needs to stop. And, yeah, I can understand that potentially the agent isn't the one that directly hired the scammer and might not know about the scam. However, they're a piece of the puzzle, and we have to get it stopped. You know what I'm saying? We have to get it stopped. So if people are calling and complaining to them, I mean, I don't think that, eventually anything, I don't know if they'll be able to do anything, but they're still a part of a bad puzzle that needs shut down. Do you know what I'm saying?
To me, it's just that there's a difference between being a scammer and being part of annoying bad business. But I guess I would rage at any of them, so I don't know why I'm even making a big deal about it. But I just want to know how these Medicare scams work. And I know that a lot of them that do call me from spoof numbers are 100% scammers because if they worked for a legit company, they wouldn't be saying things like, go F your mom and I'm with your sister, and the minute you say, "Oh, what part of India are you from?" Then they hang right up. Where a normal person working for a business, they wouldn't shun away. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm from Calcutta. I was there for 5 years," and they would be able to have a conversation. They wouldn't be so secretive. So I'm with you. I do think that 99% of them are scams. I just want to be 100%, I guess, careful before I rage at some defenseless person trying to make a living, not knowing that they're doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely understand that logic, but I don't know. It's who's involved and to what extent is very hard to say, and because we know scammers are involved, I say just rage at all of them.
I have no problem with that. But I also want to have some ethics, I guess. But
yeah, I mean, obviously I want to have ethics.
So I am getting annoyed.
Yeah, obviously I want to have ethics too, but they're definitely involved with some kind of scam, and we need to stop it because it's hurting a lot of people. Like Eagle Strike told me, I don't know if it was one day or 1 week, that 14,000 people complained to the Center for Medicare because they didn't get their grant. So,
right. Well, that's a total scam.
yeah, and that's part of the puzzle because the scammers are telling people that they get a grant. You know what I mean? And Medicare, nobody from Medicare is calling people begging you to sign up for Medicare. There's just no way. The government doesn't want more people on Medicare. You know what I mean?
No, right.
So
that's a good point. I'm on Medicare. I never hear from them.
Yeah, so
I'm confused as can be.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. The scammers, they ask you your age. If you tell them you're under 50 or 60 or whatever, like if I say, oh, I'm 47, they immediately hang up. And they don't realize if you're disabled, you're on Medicare. You're on Medicare, Part A and Part B. You could be just as much of a victim as the other ones, but they hang right up, which is good. But they don't know anything. They don't know anything about the rules of the government or Medicare or any of this stuff.
Right.
They really don't.
Right.
Because they would be trying to scam people in their 40s and 30s that say that they're on Medicare, because in their mind you have to be over the age of 62 or 65 or whatever it is. They don't realize that if you're disabled, you're on Medicare.
Right. Well, yeah. Exactly. So,
I mean, you can afford it. Otherwise, you're on Medicaid.
Yeah,
but that's a different story.
Something's wrong there, and yeah, there's a chance that we might yell at some innocent person. But if that person is innocent, they need to get the fuck out of this job anyway, because this job has sketchy parts to it that hurts people. Do you know what I mean? So they need to get out of this job if they're like an innocent person that doesn't want to be involved, because there's illegal crap going on within this process, you know?
What I would like is in the next few weeks, we find somebody who's been scammed by a Medicare scam to take the time to talk with us. I don't know if you or Chester can work that out, but I would love to talk to that person.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Thanks.
I'll definitely try to. I was going to call some people today, too, that from last week and that got promised the grant, and call and ask them, like, did you get your grant? Which I know the answer is no, but at least we have it on record that nobody has gotten this grant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, I haven't made it that far to where I'm promised a grant. Usually it's, you have Part A and Part B, and we have something where you'll get a $160 credit in your Social Security check each month or whatever they say. But they all seem to know the major companies that Medicare works with, like Humana and what some of the other ones. So anyway, we'll hopefully we'll dive deeper into this scam, because man, they call all day long. I'm sure in the next 2 hours that we do this stream, my phone will ring probably 20 times with Medicare scammers calling from spoof numbers. Right. It's annoying. They're out there.
Yeah. And they're definitely breaking the law, because like robocalling, I don't understand all the laws behind robocalling. I need to learn them, but there's some laws there. And then we know from Scammer Blaster that there's some kind of laws there that they say he broke, even though we know that's not true, but you know. And then thank you so much, Howard, for the 4 months. So kind of you. And then we, of course, the do not call lists and other things that are being broken. And there's some scam component, because like I said, the government is not begging people to sign up for Medicare. You know? So.
Yeah, I thought when he was on our show here, how many times has he been with us? 2 or 1?
I think twice now.
Twice, yeah. The first time he was just being
and once after.
The second time,
yeah,
he had his controversy. But I believe the first time he said that a law was passed, and phone companies have to oblige that law, but it will take a few years. I don't remember if it was 5 years or what, but I think it's coming. Right now, it's just it's still going full force. They're still spoofing numbers and robocalling, but I believe that there's some kind of law passed, but I think it's going to take time.
Okay.
I think that's what he was saying. But anyway, we got Chester with us, right?
We have Chester. We have Hatch. We have CJ Scams and TAGOW.
Oh, were you doing the giveaway today? Was that today?
Oh, I have a giveaway?
I thought you were talking about. Well, we'll talk about that offline. It was like $500, right?
Oh, yeah. I have a giveaway of my love. Who wants it? That's all I have to offer at this time.
All right. $500 or her love. Which will you pick? What up, Neon family? Miss Chatterbox. Hello. What's up, David?
So before we have Chester join us, I just got a bit of breaking news. So let's watch that, and then we'll have Chester on.
Hopefully it's about cricket. I'm still confused.
Special roving reporter for WSCM Radio, the Morning Scam Show, bringing you breaking news that England have beaten Pakistan in the T20 World Cup, winning by 5 wickets. With a special report now over to Eileen Ulick at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
While North America focused on the NBA Championship and Stanley Cup finals, most sports fans in parts of the world were glued to this. Cricket, a game sometimes described as a cross between baseball and chess. Invented in England back in the 16th century, cricket spread around the world through British colonizers.
Magnificent 231 not out that gave England a total of 426.
Today, it's the second most watched sport in the world after soccer, with 2.5 billion devout followers worldwide. But how do you actually play? Depending on the format, cricket can last hours, a day, or even up to 5 days. But the rules, or laws as they're known as, are always the same. It's played on an oval-shaped field, and in the middle of the field is a rectangle called the cricket pitch. At each end of the pitch are wickets made of 3 wooden stumps to support 2 bails. The game involves 2 teams with 11 players on each side. The aim of the game is to score more runs than the opposition. The umpires judge fair and unfair play. It begins with one team going out on the field, and the other comes in to bat. The fielding team has a bowler who uses different techniques to bowl the ball to the batsman. The batsman tries to hit the ball and score runs by hitting the ball and running between the wickets, making it to the other end before the fielders can hit the wickets with the ball. Each time he runs a full length of the pitch, it equals 1 run. Hitting the ball to the boundary along the ground is 4 runs. Hitting the ball over the boundary without touching the ground equals 6 runs, the highest scoring shot. In the meantime, the fielding team tries to get the batsman out as quickly as possible in a number of ways. Knocking the stumps off the wickets with a ball when bowling, catching a batsman's shot before it touches the ground, hitting the batsman's leg in front of the wicket, or hitting the wickets before the batsman can run to the other side of the pitch. Unlike baseball, a batsman in cricket can bat as long as they don't get out, but when they're out, they have to leave the field for good. Each set of 6 balls is considered an over. In one-day international, each inning has a maximum of 50 overs. Once all the batters are out, or if they run out of overs, it's the other team's turn to bat. The winner is the team with the highest number of runs once both sides have batted.
This is Chester Draw's special roving reporter for WSCM Radio, the Morning Scam Show. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, and that was Chester Drawers reporting on cricket. But I must admit that I like his explanation better with the in, out, in, out, in, 3 in, 3 out. The in, out
Good
was
morning,
was a lot better to me than the this explanation. I missed the in, out, in, out.
What, when the teams that's out is in, and when they're all out, they're out. That one. It's simple.
I was on mute, but what I was saying is I don't understand either one of them. So hopefully we can play that again, plus your description again. And if we keep doing it, maybe I'll learn a little bit of it.
Yeah. As I said, I think to Maid in the this next week's video is going to be about watching paint dry.
Maid is a big fan of cricket. I've come to learn. She loves your description. So make sure we do it again every day until Maid and myself understand that game. And something interesting that lady said in your news report there, it's how could you compare it to chess? Chess is so easy compared to cricket. I learned chess as a small child. My grandfather taught me how to play chess. I think I was 6 years old, and I've never forgotten.
Okay, but which bit of the rules does anal beads come into it?
What?
You not heard that story? A recent chess competition. One of the players was accused of cheating by getting messages sent to him.
Get your mom on. Let's ask your mom.
I'm afraid I'm not available.
Then how are you telling us you're not available?
No, that's me.
It's probably the voice changer not working.
Well, but the main takeaway there is England has won their cricket match, right?
Yeah, we're World T20 champions. Sorry, Maid, we're going to keep on going on a little bit before I get onto the news.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Yes, we're world champions at T20 cricket, which is... do you really want me to explain it?
No.
Okay, fair enough then.
No.
We won. We won
with Maid on that one. But as long as we know you won, congratulations. England is having just a fantastic year. You guys are just taking names. You got cricket matches. I think you have a new season of The Crown coming out.
Yeah,
wow.
right. That's
lots of exciting stuff.
Yep. We've given you sort of some celebrations as well. We exported turkeys and Thanksgiving. So that's another party we invented for you.
Just between you and the stream, is England planning on further colonizing anywhere?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've started the process. I've visited twice this year. When I come over, probably in the new year, I'm going to be bringing a flag.
Chester's been you've been making some trips to the United States as of recent. I wonder if you're scouting for the king. Is Florida going to be under British rule pretty soon?
Yeah, don't take our Florida now.
Well, I love the weather, and it is a great place. Betty, I'm not going to diss Florida at all.
Okay.
I was thinking further north. Because, I recognise the place names. Boston, I mean, that's in Lincolnshire. There's all sorts of places that have English towns and country names. I mean, where does that come from?
Well, we're New England, This is New England. It used to be Old England, and then we won, so now we're New England. But maybe you'll do your part and make it back, and we'll be called Old England again.
Well, you're always welcome, but I mean, you've got to pay your taxes, and I don't care about representation.
All right, I'll start working on my cricket game. We're all going to be playing cricket before the decade's over. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I played it in India. I was super good at it. Just kidding. You can ask Sven about that one.
In your batting net.
Yeah.
And you just reminded me of something I want to ask you about India, but we'll wait till till Chester tells us his great news.
Okay, don't forget.
Well, this is Chester Draw, special roving reporter for WSCM Radio, the Morning Scam Show, and I'm starting off. We're coming up to the holiday period, Christmas here in the UK. I know you have some other holidays in the intervening period. Do you have mince pies for Christmas?
What?
Do you have mince pies?
Ew.
It's a tradition over here. Well, people are only just realising that mince pies don't contain meat, and they're totally confused.
I thought it was meat. And I thought it was made of dead bodies.
Oh no! You're dissing our traditions, CJ. You know, I've got to come over. Yes,
better be nice to that man.
People think that that mince pies actually contain meat, and they just turn their back to, one of the great festive Christmas treats. It's not mince. It's sweet raisins and sultanas, and it's one.
Who
of
the hell wants that?
Yeah,
raisin pie.
Yeah, it was only tiny. Very, sort of finger.
It should be tiny. It shouldn't even be there. Who the hell wants that as a treat?
No, sorry. Yeah.
I mean, I think if you put down 2 pies, 1 chocolate pie and 1 raisin pie, most people are going to choose chocolate.
I thought it was made of dead bodies, like people that died of like tuberculosis and stuff.
Yeah, we're not talking about Sweeney Todd. We're not talking about
that's what I thought it was, Sweeney Todd.
No, so
oh my goodness.
It's official. Mince pies don't contain meat.
Oh my goodness.
That's good news. That's good news.
Yeah.
So no one's gonna be eating mince pies anymore?
Oh well. Of course they will here in the mother country, because
mother country. Oh my god.
Just do me one favor: when you decide to take over parts of New England, do not bring that tradition. You can bring the cricket, but do not bring the mince pie, please.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll stick with my Count Chocula.
Here's one for you. Take. What do you think is on the inside of a Kit Kat? You know what Kit Kat is?
I'm eating one right now.
Yeah.
It's like a wafer.
I would say pure magic.
I love Kit Kats unless I'm hanging out with 4 people.
Yeah, well, you'd be wrong. Yes, there is a wafer, but the majority of the, for want of a better phrase, filling is actually broken Kit Kats.
What?
So, yeah. So when they Kit Kats go through their, this is before the chocolate is added. They go through a quality control process, and any that don't meet the requirement for being a fully made or 100% perfect Kit Kat is crushed up, and then that becomes the filling for Kit Kat.
Wow.
So there you go.
That makes them sound like cheap bastards, to be honest. It's like, we'll just chop up what we already have and shove it in there.
Yeah. Kit Kats are just broken Kit Kats.
Yeah, but It's not like one's going to taste better than the other. I think they're all pretty consistent. I don't think I've ever had a Kit Kat where I said, okay, this Kit Kat, something's wrong here. They must have used the recycled Kit Kats to make it. So I'm okay with whatever they're doing. I like it. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Well, you're actually eating the defective Kit Kats. The Kit Kat that you on the outside is the good one. But you're eating the bad one.
I'm still going to eat it, though. I'm still going to eat them. You're not going to scare me away. Now you tell me that there's dead raisins in there or something, or there's body parts. Yeah, okay, but you got to do better than that if you want me to stop eating Kit Kats.
No, I don't want you to stop eating Kit Kats. I want you to carry on eating cats. I'd like you to eat mince pies.
No. Well, and I'm sure a lot of companies do that, though. I used to, when I was a teenager, there was a beer called Meisterbrau. I don't know if it's still out there, but it was about $4 for a 12-pack. And I used to go hang out in front of the grocery store and get this older gentleman to buy me a 12-pack. I used to give him, I think, $6, and he used to keep the change. And Meisterbrau, they said, was all of the other beers that didn't pass their test, all recycled into Meisterbrau. So I'm okay with companies doing that. You got to conserve to keep the cost down. So I learned early on that a lot of companies are going to recycle their defective products into new products.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That's the way. It's the way forward.
Yep. But let me know if you find a Meisterbrau, because I need something to wash down my Kit Kat with.
Yep, definitely. Yeah.
I haven't seen Meisterbrau since the 80s.
If I knew what that was, I'd be on it straight away.
I agree.
To think of the cheapest beer,
that is.
the cheapest lager that you could find at the pub for the cheap fucks.
Like worse than
me.
Natty?
Like somebody who looks homeless. They want the cheapest beer.
Is it worse than Natty?
Worse than what?
Like Natural Lights? I thought those were the worst beers.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to catch up on my beer drinking, but like in the park near my apartment, like in the where all the hoodlums hang out, everyone drinks Thunderbird wine. It's like the cheapest wine you could find.
Yeah, I think that's over here as well. I've heard of that one.
Well, let me know.
There's a town in the UK which has come up of a cheap way of charging mobile phones. It's basically a high-tech bouncy pavement. So as people walk on this, it's only 6 meters. It's a trial at the moment. So it's a 6 meter, 18 feet for you still working in old money, section of footway. And as you walk on it, it flexes, and that movement is transferred into electrical power or generates energy whenever you walk over it. So that electricity is then cabled into benches which are nearby. This is in a park currently. You can sit in the bench and charge your phone. It's the way forward.
That's pretty cool.
I could use that. I could use that.
Yeah, that's actually helpful, finally. Something that's actually helpful.
Yeah. So, there you go. But, that's a good one. And my last story of the day, it's a job feature. I'm not sure if it's coming out or been rolled out to the US at the moment. The Cannabis and Me research project is looking for 6,000 participants aged 18 to 45, and it's basically to get people's views of smoking cannabis and the effects that it has on the human brain. So if you're a cannabis user, King's College London is trying to recruit people, and they're going to pay you.
Wow.
They'll pay for the flight.
Well, it's online, so you may be able to sort of do it. But Yeah, so they're looking for 6,000 odd people. There you go.
I'll sign up for that.
I thought you might do somehow.
Yep. You got a cocaine one?
No. You have to line up for that one.
All right. I was asking for a friend anyway.
So
Yeah.
that was a ka-ching.
Yeah, I haven't seen my mom in a couple months, so things change.
Right.
All right.
That's the news. Are we in time for some dad jokes?
Absolutely.
Okay. What did the seal with one fin say to the shark?
Ouch, I lost my fin.
Not quite, almost. If he said to the shark, if the seal is broken, do not consume.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What else you got?
Yeah. I wish you weren't offended by my Frozen jokes.
But they're too cold.
No, you really need to let it go.
All right. Just getting started here.
Yep. Why did the football coach go to the bank?
Who went to the bank?
The football coach. To touch down some money.
Almost to get his quarterback.
But I'm ching.
Oh, why can't a leopard hide?
Because it has spots.
Yes, he's always spotted. Well done. Do I get the $500 now?
You got to wake up early to fool CJ scams.
Yeah, you got a hug. That's the giveaway.
Okay. I told my wife that her husband is like a fine wine. We just get better with age. The next day, she locked me in the cellar.
That's just common sense. That's not even a joke.
Okay.
Oh.
How do you fix a broken pumpkin?
You carve it.
With a pumpkin patch.
Now that's where pumpkins make babies.
Okay, fair enough. Which bit do the stalks come in? Is that just a delivery? Is that the outsourced UPS and FedEx delivery service? The stalks.
What? The storks? Oh, the storks.
Yeah, don't you have stalks deliver the babies?
Yeah, that's how we have babies in America.
All right, fair enough then.
More sanitary.
Last one for you.
Yeah, what just happened?
We had a lesson on the birds and the bees, and you missed it.
All right, that's okay. Bring us home, Chester.
Okay, last one. Why are fish so smart?
Why?
They live in schools.
But I'm cheating. Good one.
Big strong finish there.
Yeah, that was a strong finish. All right. Well, thank you, Chester.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to listening to Hatch like you, and I believe we're on a little bit later this afternoon as well.
Oh yeah, give us a quick rundown of the schedule so we all know.
Right. Today, very, very busy day for me. I'm obviously doing this at
sort of.
Yeah, sort of. She said. Later today, 7:30 p.m., which I believe is 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Angry Balls is putting out a premiere at 8 p.m. 3 p.m. Your time. Neon Family, it's 7:30 UK time, 12:30 Eastern Stand. Oh, I'm getting confused.
Oh my
now.
God, I'm already getting confused.
Talk in terms of New York times, and then people could figure it out with a calculator. So 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we have Dan Gleeballs. At 2:30, we should have what?
Me.
Behind Bars, or you?
No, it's me.
And then 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time?
Yeah, which is 8 p.m. UK time, is Fungi.
Okay, so 2 is...
Well, where's
Dan.
B?
Dan.
Yeah, where's B?
She's taken the day off today.
Oh, well,
she's shopping.
forget it then. We're not watching any of this. Just kidding.
He's on.
All right.
He's featuring on mine.
And then after all that, you're going to take a little bit of a nap, maybe play some cricket, and then we'll see you on the Scambait Beyond channel, right?
Yep.
Yep.
What time is that? 8 or 8:30?
7:30 Eastern Standard, I believe, which
would be like midnight your time,
Yeah,
or
it's
1 o'clock in the morning your way.
Oh
no,
my
it's
God.
midnight 30.
I don't know when you have time to play cricket. But,
This is all really confusing.
Yeah.
but anyway, hit the bell, find the notifications of all the people he just mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, and don't forget, you've got your own channel, so you're the boss number 2 and CJ's boss number 1. So respect to you guys as well. It's about time
thank you.
It's about time you both did something. Maybe do
Us
a
lazy
morning,
asses.
a morning scam show.
I know. It's about
Do
time
what?
we got off our lazy ass and did something, like a morning scam show.
All right. Yeah, it's, I feel like I haven't done anything else but this type of thing for the last 15 months, and of course I've gained 45 pounds, and but eventually I'll do something.
And a lot of friends.
That's true.
Don't forget that. Anyway, this is Chester Draw's special roving reporter for WSCM Radio, wishing you a fantastic day. Seeing you later. Looking forward to the take break. And back to you in the studio.
All right, Mr. Draws.
And Chester
Later,
Draws
bro.
out. By the way, yesterday during my stream, we took a take break. I don't know if you got any subs from it, but I did try.
No, I lost a couple, though.
Oh,
Was that
shoot.
you?
Yeah. Because
That's all right. It's all good.
I
Thank
really
you.
had to use the bathroom, so I just played one of your videos.
Yeah. No, feel free, please. Thank you. But yeah,
I'll
don't
keep
do anything
trying.
that's gonna hurt your crowd. They'll be like, oh, she's associated with this nut.
Yeah, I pinned Take's link above if anyone by chance is not subbed to him. Get your butt over there and sub to him. You never know when we might do the show from his channel, and plus you're missing all the good content. So get over there.
So what I wanted to ask you, because I was watching, like I said, when I was trying to quit smoking for 35 hours, and I was just watching, immersing myself into the Hindi language, and I was watching these Bollywood movies. The problem was they would speak Hindi, and I'd be like, okay, I can learn just with my eyes shut when I'm trying to sleep. I can hear the accents and how certain words are pronounced, whatever. But then they would break into song. All these movies, they would just start singing, and it was like a whole theater production in the middle. And then I said, okay, I'm going to try a different movie. I went to a different movie. There was no warning in the description. It was a great movie, it seemed like. And then after 20 minutes, they start dancing and singing. And I was just wondering, when you were there in the movie theater, because I know you were going to the movies one night, was the movie like that?
No, the only movies I saw were American. I saw Don't Worry, Darling. And then I saw some movie with The Rock where he flies around and shit. That's it.
Okay, so you actually didn't see like a movie that was made in Mumbai or Bollywood, whatever they call it, right?
No, but it sounds awesome. I definitely need to look that up because I love movies where they just randomly break into song. So
any of the Hindi movies that are recommended to me on Netflix do that, and there's like 1,000
Okay.
of them.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just looking for a good drama, and I don't mind watching with the subtitles and trying to learn. But man, they just start dancing and singing and shuffling, and it's like Grease all over again.
That's awesome. I love Grease.
Yeah, one time back in like 1979, but I don't need to see it every single Netflix movie. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Well, I could see every single one, but
But I do like a good sorry, and there's a lot of sorries in those movies.
well, then you should definitely visit India.
Anyway, we'll get to Hatch.
All right. Well, let's take a break, and then when we get back, we will have Hatch on the line to discuss his work, Twitter, and et cetera, et cetera.
Good day, sir. This is Mary with Capital Group. I'm speaking with the business owner, right?
Yes, Mary, listen to me. Thank you. Listen, is there any possible way that one of your girls can use the back entrance? I'm going to run for office, and I'm a little nervous that I'm going to get caught with one of your girls. The service has been phenomenal, and I appreciate it. I'm always a big tipper. I just want to run for office and do not want to get caught. Can you assure me discretion,
Sir,
Mary?
we were calling regarding business financing. Is this something?
Oh my God! So, you're not following up for escort service? Then you're not. That's embarrassing.
No, sir.
Oh my God! But the thing is, I want to run for office in a couple years, and I don't want to get caught with somebody. So that's why I really need discretion. There's two things that can kill your political career, right? You get caught with a live boy or a dead girl. I haven't done any of those things, really.
Thank you for reaching support. This is Jordan Smith. May I know how can I help you?
Jordan, I've talked to you before. I've asked politely numerous times. I need you to stop whistling, please. Please stop whistling. I'm getting angry now, okay?
What happened, sir?
I don't like a whistler. It drives me crazy when people whistle. Like, I just don't like it. Please stop whistling.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I will not whistle. Apart from this, is there anything I can help you with?
Go fuck yourself, maybe. How about that? How about you stop whistling and go fuck yourself? Maybe find a job, too, while you're at it. Nobody likes a whistler.
Thanks for calling support. How can I help you?
Hi, is this YouTube today? Are you YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, sure. How can I help you?
You're being YouTube right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Can you help me?
Yeah, tell me, how can I help you?
I just need to know how much longer you're going to be doing this. Like, you're going to pretend to be YouTube for how many more hours? I got things to do today. Go ahead, please.
What happened, sir?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Like, what happened? How much longer will you be pretending to be YouTube? I don't quite think he understands.
Thank you for calling Amazon support. You're speaking to Shaw. How may I help you?
Stop stealing candy, Gandu. Pay for the candy like everyone else. What the fuck is your problem? Go ahead, please.
Excuse me?
Stop stealing candy from the store. I know who you are. You're stealing all the candy. It's not for you. Pay full price like everyone.
Candy, Gandu?
Get a job and then you can afford the candy.
What are you talking about, sir?
I'm talking about you stealing candy from the corner store. Stop it. Stop it.
What kind of candy are you talking about?
All of the candy. I know who you are. You're the candy thief. You're stealing all the candy. You fucking loser. Stop stealing candy.
No one is stealing no candy, sir.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. Wrong number. Bye. Firmilinge.
Fuck you.
That's not nice. That's not nice at all. Wow. Tried to be polite.
Thank you for calling support. This is Jason. How can I help you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jason. I was looking for eBay.
Support. How can I help you?
No, I said eBay. You know eBay, like the online store?
I'm talking from eBay customer support. How can I help you?
Oh, you work for eBay, you're saying? Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm from eBay customer support.
Oh, I think the lines got crossed. I need to speak to eBay. You're in India, right? Like, I don't know how that happened. Maybe eBay in Mumbai, it's similar. It sounds similar. So I'm transferred to India, right?
No, sir.
You're in India.
No, sir. I'm talking from California.
Oh, okay. You're in California, right? Do you work for eBay?
Yes, sir. eBay customer support.
Okay, it's so hard to hear you. The lines are not great, and then you have a very thick Indian accent. So I thought maybe I got transferred to India. But you're saying you work for eBay, right?
Yes, sir. eBay customer support.
Okay, that's so good to know. So good to know. I have a problem with my eBay account. Can you help me? Are you eBay?
Sir, how many times did I tell you that you're talking to eBay customer support?
Oh, at least 100. Yeah, at least 100, and then maybe both of us will believe it, right? Right, Bebakoof? Man, you're stupid. No victim here, buddy. Hang up on me. Tu muji black nahi kar sakte.
Thank you for calling support. My name is Albert. How can I help you?
Oh, Albert, is this eBay?
Yes, how can I help you?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I have something I got to go over with you, but this is eBay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Can you help me with like a login problem?
Yes, sir. Can you please tell me what the problem is coming, like you're not be able to log in with your account?
Yeah, this is eBay, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you can help me with like a login problem? Like I can't log in.
Whenever you try to log in, what does it say?
Nothing. I don't. It's invalid password. But you're eBay, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And you can help me with the login problem?
Can you please tell me the email address?
Yeah.
Or the phone number which is linked with your account?
Right, and you're eBay though, right?
No, we are not, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll find the real eBay then. Thank you. Touchy.
Thank you for calling support. This side Sean. How can I help you?
Sean, is this eBay?
Yes, sir. This is eBay customer support.
Okay, I need help, I think. But you're eBay, right?
Right.
Okay, I need some help with a problem. You're eBay though, right? You can help me with a problem?
Sir, how many times I have to tell you that this side Sean from eBay customer support? Tell me that, sir.
Thank you so much.
You are on the call with me from last 30 seconds. And
Right.
you didn't even told me the problem that you are facing. So tell me the problem now.
Okay, you're from eBay though, right? You're not like one of those scammers that are in India that are trying to pretend they're eBay, right? Because you have a very thick Indian accent.
Definitely, sir. I told you already.
Oh,
that
thank you.
Your daddy is from eBay. You know, I'm from dad and I'm from eBay.
Yeah, you're so upset today, huh? No victims, Gandu. Okay, I'll call you right back, bitch.
For getting connected with the cat. How may I help you today?
I can't understand you. What was that?
Thanks for getting connected with the cancellation department. How may I help you?
Oh, you're honest, huh? Did you just say, thank you for calling, I'm scamming you out of money? I will never work for Geek Squad because I'm a loser. Did you just say those words to me? You're the honest scammer. Thank you so much. Go ahead, please. Continue.
Thanks for calling Geek Squad. This is James. How can I help you?
James, why would you scam me? I didn't do anything to you. Why would you scam me? I don't understand. Where did I call? I was looking for Geek Squad.
I was trying to scam you, sir.
Oh, I thought you said thank you for calling. I'm going to scam you out of your money. I don't work for Geek Squad. I'm sorry. I thought that's what I heard you say.
It seems like you hear double, right? You're getting me totally wrong.
Okay, so you really work for Geek Squad then, right? You really work for Geek Squad then, right?
Yes.
Okay. It must be my hearing then. It really sounded like you said, thank you for calling. I don't work for Geek Squad. I'm about to scam you out of money. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. So you'll have no problem telling me anything about Geek Squad, though, right? You know when they started. You know what their policies are. I mean, I could ask you a bunch of questions. You'll know, right?
Sir, do you know this call is recorded? Like
Right.
Anything you're saying against a company, or you're making all these proclaims, we can, you will be having my lawyer speaking to you.
Oh, my goodness, Bevakoop. You really are stupid, huh? You've never left your little village in India. Big companies don't do that. You can't get sued for saying something like that with lawyers. You really are stupid. It's so adorable. Now get a fucking job, loser. Stop hurting people, you fucking loser. Tumhara asli naam kya hai?
Thank you for calling online support. This is Max. How can I help you today?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking for Geek Squad, but you just said you would scam me out of my money? Thank you for being honest. I'll call Geek Squad. Thank you.
I don't know why you hung up.
Thanks for calling Norton. This is Ralph here. How may I help you?
Hi there. There's something crazy going on over here. I don't know what's going on. I turned on my computer and then I moved the curtains to the left and there's a scarecrow and he just keeps peeping at me, sir. He's foaming at the mouth as he just like looks at me in my tighty whities. Can you help me?
What did you say, sir? Can you please go through what happened to your computer?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my computer. The computer's going crazy, and then I went into the computer to turn it on, and I was going to call you, and then I moved the curtains a little bit to the left because I heard something outside, and then all of a sudden there's a scarecrow out there, and he's looking at me. Perverted scarecrow, sir.
Are you kidding with me?
Oh, I'm not kidding with you. I have computer problems, but I also have there's a scarecrow problem here, sir. A perverted scarecrow. What time could you guys be here? And could you bring a sandwich? Like turkey with a little mustard. Don't you say goodbye?
Is money really that important that you're okay with hurting people?
Money is everything, fucker. Money can buy happiness. Money can buy sex. Money can buy drugs. Money is everything, okay?
So
if you
would rather have
money,
those things.
If you don't have money, listen, you fucker. If you don't have money, can you buy a food to eat? Can you buy a food to eat? Someone will give you a food to eat for free. Can you go to a restaurant without a money? They will feed you without giving up money. Some people like to be in the middle, and some people like to be the richest. Okay. Each and every person is not the same. Each and every person has some different kind of goals and ambitions. Okay. Some wants to be richest. Some wants to be richest, and some wants to be a billionaire, and someone wants to be a millionaire, okay? So, each and every person is not the same, okay?
Understood.
And for me, I want to be a billionaire. I don't want to
and
be
you don't care who you hurt to do it. So that would answer the question from my good friend George Frederickson. He says, can you make money without committing crimes? You can make money without committing crimes, but you choose not to, right?
Yes.
You'd rather be a billionaire and not care if you take out an elderly person's last dollar. As long as you can become a billionaire. Blood is money. Money is blood. Absolutely. Go ahead, sir.
To me.
Absolutely, Sean.
I'm telling you.
Tell me, please, Sean.
Okay? Money is everything,
right.
fucker. Money is everything.
Money is everything, fucker. Words of wisdom from the scammer. The time now is 2 a.m. in Calcutta. We have Sean Lee, the scammer, on the line.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers, and man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again, okay?
Good morning.
Good morning, and we are back with Hatch. Hatch, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. I apologize I'm late. I am a night owl, so this is kind of foreign territory to me.
Oh, no, you're not late. You're right on time right after our take break.
Perfect.
What's up, Hatch?
How's it going? Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah, man, you too.
Yeah, it's great
I think
to
I
have
watched
you.
all of your videos in the past couple days. I tried long videos, but
yeah, we tend to go for a while.
Yeah, you do good work. It's we got to get you pin your link, and more people need to see what you're doing. Like I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were awake, but earlier on I was telling CJ that a lot of people don't do what you're doing because I think a lot of people just want to entertain and they want people on the phone, but you're there combing Twitter and looking for scammers on Twitter, is my understanding, in the few of the videos that I watched, and I think it's amazing. I don't think a lot of people do what you're doing, so I'm sure everybody thanks you for messing with them.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's definitely a different style scam bait. It's a chat-based scam bait, and like I said, everybody's familiar with the phone calls and And most of the scammers that I deal with don't come out of India because I'm doing it in the evenings. Most of the ones I deal with come out of West Africa. And a lot of those guys have no clue what a scam baiter is. It's interesting.
Oh,
Right.
that's
Yep.
interesting.
We talked about that before. I think, I mean, a lot of the times we call India and it's 50-50. The more that you call them, the more that they're going to say, oh, you're doing this just for content. Get a job. Who are you, pierogi, kiboga? You know, they know scam baiting. But the PCH people that we deal with and a lot of the romance scams that come out of Nigeria, you're dead on. They don't know YouTube as much, it seems like.
Yep, they just, I don't know if it's, I really don't know why either. I mean, all the content is out there, but I mean, I guess they're just focused on stealing money, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you're like looking for live scams that you can do in the few videos that I watched, right? Like you log in your Twitter and then you're combing Twitter looking for. I think the one I saw was somebody that was offering $20,000 a month for a sugar baby, things like that. You know, and people will fall for this, and there you are exposing them. So that's why I'm just fascinated, and I hope your channel grows, and I hope you continue to keep doing what you're doing. I think it'll catch on as far as more people being, aware of this. I think it's just going to take a little bit of time because they are long videos. You really need to kind of sit there and dive in and hang out with you for a good 4 or 5 hours a day when you do this.
Yeah, like I say at the beginning of most of my streams, it's like if there's anybody new and you're not if you're new to this and you haven't seen a chat-based scam bait, it takes a little while to get the wheels rolling and really get rolling because they're not just chatting with me. They're typically chatting with 5-10 people at the same time. So you'll send a message and sometimes you'll sit there and wait for 5, 10, 15 minutes for a reply. And it can as a content creator, then I have to kind of fill that time a little bit to keep people interested because we're not talking constantly.
Interesting.
And then I noticed like your older videos, you had a voice changer. You were kind of messing with the tech support scams. Did somewhere along the way that you said, okay, I'm going to focus on Twitter type scams because there's not a lot of people that are bringing awareness to this. Like, what made you kind of change directions?
When I very first got into live streaming and content creation, I was and I still am, a huge fan of Kitboga. And I tried doing the phone call style scam baits that a lot of people do, and for me it was just too much for one person. So I ended up scrapping that idea, and I just played games for a year and a half. And then, long story short, I'm disabled, and recently I kind of fell on hard times. I was out on Twitter, and there are legitimate philanthropists on Twitter. But then there's also the scammers posing as philanthropists. And I almost got scammed by one of them. And at the same time, I was getting burnt out on all the games I was playing. And I was like, okay, I'm really struggling for content here. And then I almost got scammed. And then like the light bulb just went off. I was like, whoa, wait, I could scam bait all these people over on Twitter. I've never seen anybody do it before. And that's kind of the long and short of how it got started.
Interesting.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, super interesting. So tell us about the different types of scams that happen on Twitch. Like if you can kind of give them names and describe them so we can know exactly what we're looking for.
Exactly. Twitter is a cesspool for scammers because outside if regular users aren't reporting them, there's not a lot of scam baiters out there. I know Whiskey Scam Bait. He's a good dude. He kind of focuses on whiskey scams. I kind of take on the whole gamut. You see financial scammers. You see bank account information, credit card login information scammers. You see cryptocurrency fake exchange scammers. You see sugar mama, sugar daddy, fake philanthropists. I mean, there is just, it's insane really how many scammers are out on Twitter. The only thing I haven't ran into yet that I really want to do is a romance, one of the online romance scam
Oh,
baits,
yeah.
because they look fascinating.
Yeah.
I get them all the time on Instagram. Actually, I just don't have time to keep going through on and DMs with them. But they're totally trying to scam me out of money. But they're there.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I don't have like a traditional Instagram like a lot of people, do selfies of them. They show their food or, look at me, I've been here, and that's fine if people do that. That's just not me. I just post some of my phone calls on there. So when they say, oh, you're cute, I want to meet up with you, I know that they haven't even looked at my content. They're just there to scam me. But maybe we'll hook up, and if you ever want some good leads, I can also put you through to some Instagram ones. I don't know if that's your thing or if you just want to stick with Twitter, but I get hit up like almost every other day with a potential romance scam on Instagram.
Oh yeah, I would. For the most part, I've been focusing on Twitter, but I would gladly make a fake profile on Instagram to do a romance scam. They look just fascinating.
They're there. It's like the people just wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna make a profile. I'm gonna try to scam somebody every single day. They're on there.
Yep.
So I don't know too much about Twitter except for watching your videos. I don't go on Twitter a lot, but I would imagine that they're everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, any kind of social media. There's someone looking to steal someone's money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and not just money. I mean, if they can steal your Facebook account or your Twitter account, they will turn around and use all those pictures. They will use your profile, everything, to make a new profile to scam people with. So I see those a lot on Twitter too.
Interesting. So you have do you see a lot of those? I don't know. I'm sorry if I missed if you said it. Do you see a lot of those scam recovery ones?
They are out there. I don't typically bait those too much because those are really hard to get shut down. Because really? I've dived into Twitter's terms of service to see what's against the rules, and when I chat with a scammer, a lot of them try to get me out of Twitter chat because they know if they chat in Twitter support's going to be able to see this. So they'll ask me to use Telegram, WhatsApp, text messaging, but I try to keep them in Twitter chat. As for the recovery service scammers, you can't really get that evidence in Twitter chat that they've violated a terms of service violation because someone could give them their money and they could come back the next day and say, well, I tried, but I couldn't get anything. Is that technically a scam or did they try, So from Twitter's standpoint, I kind of see it where they can't just start banning everybody. So that's kind of why I try to focus on mostly what I run into are the financial scammers. They say, hey, I want to give you $1,000 to help with your bills, but first you just need to pay me this $25 fee. And that's what I run into the most.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, it's pretty I don't know. I think it's pretty crappy that they prey on people that's been scammed already. I feel, it's just like they recognize that they're potentially easy targets because they've already been scammed, and then they take advantage of that. And that's what we would call re-victimization. That's the definition of re-victimization is to,
I would guess that a lot of the scammers that I deal with on the financial side are probably also doing the recovery scams. I mean, I'm imagining it's kind of like the call centers and stuff in India, except a lot of these guys are on iPhones, so they probably have like 3 or 4 or 5 iPhones in front of them, and they're working on different scams. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 scams at the same time. So.
Wow, that's really sad. So tell us a little bit about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Take.
No, I was just going to add, it doesn't surprise me if they're going to re-victimize somebody. I mean, it's almost like, somebody steals from a store and they get away with $100. The next time they're going to steal is $200, $300. I mean, I come from retail, so I've had employees steal before. And usually when you start interrogating them with loss prevention there, they started off and they got away with a little bit early on, and then before you know it, they're into you for $5,000-$10,000. And the scammers a lot of them are the same way. I think they start off small and they go large, and then they don't get caught, and it's not like they're suddenly going to have ethics and say, well, this person's already been scammed, I'm not going to scam them. I mean, they're already bad people. They've learned that they can get away with it, so why not go for the gold? That's just the way I see things. They're just shitty people, no matter how much they scam.
And the finance, it's funny you say that, because the financial scams, a lot of them, what they'll do is, after you send them $25, they'll say, oh, now I need another $75 to process your donation. So that they'll try to double dip you, and you're just like, what? No, you didn't tell me there was a second fee.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of those PCH scams that I know a little bit about, they're the psychology. I mean, we hear them and they sound so stupid, and this is Michael Peterson calling from PC, that we're like, oh, they're so stupid, but there's a lot of psychology that goes into that. I mean, and it sounds stupid when they're talking, when we hear it and they're giving a lady a compliment and they're saying, oh, you sound like you could be my sister or my mom or whatever, but there's a lot of psychology that goes into this, and a lot of it is starting off small, and they're taking a couple $100 in the beginning, and then getting the person on their side, and then letting them know that they need to pay more, and by then the person that they're scamming is already invested in the person, and is like, oh, well, they're calling me like their mom, so I trust them. So they're smarter than you think, whether they mean to do it or not. There's a lot of psychology that goes into it, and it's a shame that they bring it onto these defenseless people.
Yeah, absolutely. So true. Oh my gosh, I just realized I can't, sometimes I intertwine like Twitter and Twitch just because they sound similar.
No, you're fine. I completely got
I just realized I put Twitch scams, and I probably will say Twitch scams. I don't mean Twitch scams, y'all. I mean Twitter. It's just because they sound similar. There, Twitter.
And I do stream over on Twitch and YouTube, so I get where I do it myself sometimes. I'll slip up and say Twitch. So yeah, I totally get you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So what about like crypto scams? You see a lot of those, I'm sure, on Twitter, right?
I do. You'll see, and these are really clever scams. If you are not very tech or scam savvy, you could easily fall for these. You'll get a message saying, hey, you've just won X amount of Bitcoin or Ethereum. Just here's a link. You need to go to this exchange, and they always tell you need to withdraw it immediately. And when you go to make the withdrawal, then it's going to fail. Your withdrawal is going to fail because it's not a real exchange. This is just the way the system's set up. And then what they say is, well, you need to deposit X amount of Bitcoin in order to authorize your account, or verify your identity or something along those lines. And once you deposit that crypto, it's gone. You're never going to see it again. And they make exchange websites that look really good. I've run into some that I've really had to dig in deep to really discover that it's fake. So they're getting the crypto exchanges are dangerous because not just getting the scam side, but if you know anything about crypto, it's decentralized. It's designed to be virtually untraceable.
Right.
So when you send that crypto, it's gone. You have virtually no way of ever getting that back, period.
People would just stay away from crypto. I mean, unless they're like a real big time, trader or they're a finance guru. But a lot of people just don't know about crypto, and they hear it, and like you said, it's untraceable. It just brings up a lot of bad charges to people, and they shouldn't use crypto unless they're 100% comfortable with it and they know about it. And they should definitely not be doing it based on Twitter or someone they meet on Facebook or one of these platforms.
Right. And one thing I advise on my website with the crypto scams is if you get sent to an exchange, say the name is xyzexchange.com, go do just a quick Google search. If any legitimate crypto exchange is going to have 1,000 results come up. But when you search for these fake ones, there's nothing. There's literally, it's a ghost town of search results. So just sometimes Google can just be your best friend in helping prevent yourself from getting scammed.
Right. And it can also be the worst thing that happens to you because it could lead you to get scammed. You know, because of the Google ads and fake phone numbers and everything. So it's definitely a balance to be careful, you know?
It's hard to fight people when it's like a get-rich-quick scheme and they think it's involving crypto. I mean, all of a sudden you have to get involved with trying to, and we're talking about if you're trying to save the victim, it's hard to change someone's mindset. I mean, if they have that way about them where it's a get-rich-quick scheme, or we call it a scheme, but they really think that somebody's like, well, you give me this much crypto, I'm going to pay you this much back. I mean, it's hard to combat that, right? I mean, that mindset of somebody who falls for that is tough.
There's that, but there's also the flip side of it. Like what I see a lot is there are, a lot of people out there living paycheck to paycheck. Their electricity is going to get turned off on Thursday, and they don't know where the hell they're going to get the money for it. So they see someone saying, "Hey, DM me for help." And sometimes when your back's against the wall, you might not see all the red flags. So it's not necessarily a get-rich-quick scam. It's just, hey, I just trying to feed my children. I need help. And you're like, well, I can afford $25 to get this $1,000. And once you get in deep, you're like, well, I'm already 25 deep, so what's another 25? And the next thing you know, you're in, a few $100s, and they're not answering your messages anymore, and you haven't gotten any money.
Right.
Yep. And that's what I just wish people, if they wanted to learn about crypto, there's plenty of people to learn from, even if you just go to a small one like Stash or Robinhood. I mean, it's legit. You're not going to make back enough money to pay your electric from getting shut off, but you'll learn about it and you won't get scammed. It's just like the market. But I just wanted to, before I forget, like Dan Gleeballs brought up a good question, because Elon Musk, since he got involved with Twitter, he made a pledge that there would be a lot fewer scammers on Twitter. Have you seen a reduction in that since he took over, or maybe it's something you don't even know about? But I know that a lot of people were wondering, because Elon Musk was aware of the scams on Twitter, and he kind of made a statement that said after he's in charge, there will be fewer scams.
I've been following this very close since, what I do is on Twitter all day. What he did is he went in, he cleared house. He cut 15% of the Twitter support staff. When it first happened, I noticed it was where I would report a profile, it would take 48 hours or so to get suspended. Then I was seeing them take about a week to get suspended. But ironically now, in the last week, I've been seeing them get shut down in less than 24 hours. Now, part of that is I've gotten a lot of my community, my viewers, when they're watching, I'm like, okay, here's this person's profile. I've verified they're a scammer. Go report them too. If I can get a stack of reports on somebody, I can get that profile shut down in less than 24 hours.
Wow.
Okay.
So
you're seeing some improvement there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually am. I was not expecting this. I was expecting it to be the other way around. But I've actually seen an improvement. So I don't know if those poor folks that still have their job are working double time or what, but I've actually seen some improvement.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I was ecstatic. I have a friend who he's been a longtime viewer. On my website, I keep all the scammers' handles, and I link to them all that I bait, so I can go up and follow up on them and see what happens. And he goes in every morning now, and he'll go in and check the ones that are still up there. And I'm seeing he's messaging me in the morning now and being like, "Hey, this one just got shut down." And I'm like, "Whoa, we just baited that one last night, and it's 7 a.m. and they're shut down already." So I've actually seen an improvement, which absolutely blows my mind. I thought it was going to be the other way around.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's great. Now tell us more about this $8 verification. Do you understand that part of it?
I sure do. The verification used to be, it used to be a sign of what what do I say? Maybe user integrity. It used to have to reach so many followers, and then you'd go through a verification process where they would verify that the person's profile is that actual person. But now, and then you get your little blue check mark and all that good stuff. But now for $8 a month, you can buy your blue check mark, and there's literally no process anymore. If you have $8, you get your check mark. So I haven't seen it yet, but my fear is that a lot of these scammers are going to start spending the $8, get the check mark to make themselves look more legitimate. So I'm kind of waiting to see that yet, but it hasn't happened, but I still think I'm going to run into it.
Yeah, because I actually saw someone that was showing how he changed his name. He had that check mark, but he was changing his name. So obviously his handle wasn't the right handle for these people. But he was changing his name to, like he changed it to George Bush, Rudy Giuliani. Then he was tweeting like crazy stuff. And he had the name there, but the check mark was there because his account was verified.
And something Elon has done is if you're going to do a parody account like that, if you're going to make an account saying I'm Elon Musk or I'm Jeff Bezos or whatever, you have to put right in your description on your profile that this is a parody account. I've seen legitimate users. I don't if there's any podcasters out there who know who H3H3 is. Ethan, big name guy. He did just for jokes. He changed it to Elon Musk. He didn't put parody in there, and he got banned. So they are really cracking down on stuff like that. But Elon has really been injecting kind of a political. What do I want to say? Politics into the mix. So I don't know if he's just kind of picking and choosing the people he doesn't like to do it to, or if it's happening to everybody. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was pretty funny because he changed his name to Nancy Pelosi, and then he tweeted something like "My thing ain't thangin'" or something like that. And I was like, "Oh my god!" So. I think the take home of that is definitely be careful. Like we used to tell people to look for the check mark. And I think now at this point you do have to have some weariness over that blue check mark. At least till we get the kinks worked out of it.
It's definitely not what it used to be now. Now it's just a mark of who wasted $8 on Twitter. I mean, you do get some perks with it, like they put your tweets up higher in the feed and stuff, but the actual integrity of the check mark is gone. It's completely out the window.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of it, really, right? I mean, I guess if you get one, you're just preying on the people that don't know how easy it is to get one.
Right.
The people that look at it and say, okay, it's legit. Otherwise, I can't see the purpose of it.
Right.
I saw a tweet of someone who bought their check mark, and they literally took 3 screenshots. They go, "This is what it took to get my check mark," and they showed the payment screen and then their check mark. And I was like, "Wow, that's it, huh? Wow, okay."
Right. It's just the other people. I mean, obviously, a lot of the people that aren't even listening to the stream, or the people that don't know, look at somebody that has a check mark and say, okay, they're 100% legit. They don't really know that you can just get one that easy. And it's a shame.
Yeah,
it's really sad.
Very sad.
So hopefully there's good news coming, and they'll work that out. Hopefully.
And it's all about money. Elon's in it to make money. That's what. And like I say, and maybe I'm going a little out of bounds, but I really don't think he even wanted to buy Twitter. He put that bid out there and then pulled it back, and then he got sued. So I think what he was doing was cutting a $44 billion check to avoid the negative PR that would have came out of that lawsuit.
That's terrible.
Probably. You're probably onto something. I mean, he's always doing something like that, and
yeah.
Well, who knows? I guess at least he's mentioned the scams on Twitter, and I don't know if that's been done before. But it seems like he's at least maybe people can hold him accountable. I don't know if he cares enough or not. But that's why I'm asking you, and I think that's why Dan Gleeballs had posed that question. It's like, somebody makes a pledge, but are they held accountable? Like, where's the progress? And from what I'm hearing is you're saying that it is a little bit better now that they're shutting them down quicker. Now, do we know that if that's because of him or not? We don't know. But at least it seems like it's going in the better direction, right?
Right. At least I could say it hasn't gotten worse. It's at least on par with what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's still scary though. It's still definitely something to be very mindful of because anything, the second that we think that we can't get scammed because we know everything is literally the time we'll get scammed. And I know a lot of us have a lot more awareness than the average person. But really, everyone needs to stay humble and aware at all times because anyone can get scammed. And if you think you can't, it actually makes you vulnerable.
And scammers use any new technology, any new website, anything new, they will be there. They evolve just as users do. When something new pops up, there's going to be a scammer there.
Right, exactly. And that's what I mean, like, I think it's very important, like, especially for people that watch scam baiting, it's easy for us to get arrogant, like, oh, I would never get scammed, but it can happen, and the people around us, it definitely can happen to them, so it's just very important that we all stay aware of what we're doing and teach others how to be aware of what they're doing as well and how to do things safely. There's always a safe method for anything that you need or want to do, so you just need to make sure that you find that safe method. So Dan Gleeballs is asking, he said, in order to get a blue tick on TikTok, I need to be verified on another platform. Do you think the $8 payment would do that?
Before the $8, I would have said yes, but now I'm at least hoping that other social media platforms are obviously they have to be aware of this, and I'm hoping that they know that virtually anyone now can go buy that check mark. So, will it help get verified on another site? That's hard to say. It's going to differ from site to site. But I would think now that blue check mark has been pretty watered down, so it doesn't mean what it used to mean. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily what do you want to call it? Like a sign of integrity or user trust or anything like that.
Right. And I'm sure other platforms aren't dumb. They're going to know that Twitter is no longer trustworthy, and they're probably not going to let you. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not dumb.
That's their competition, and if anybody's ever owned a business, you always watch what your competition is doing.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yep.
Yeah, so probably not Dan is our best guess.
Yeah, that'd be my best guess. It's still pretty early in the $8 checkmark thing. It's actually only available right now to users who are use the Twitter app and they're on iPhone. It's not available for Android yet, and it's not available for like website users yet. The Twitter website. So it's only available for iPhone users right now.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about like on the. So I did play a clip of one of your streams this morning. You might have not been here yet, but tell us a little bit about how you kind of like you had different colored dots and had a spreadsheet and everything. So what's your like data analysis process? Like how do you categorize all these scams and how does your process work?
Basically, I break them down into what they're trying to scam me out of. Is it money? Is it account information? Is it a crypto exchange? When I go through and I'm chatting with someone, as soon as they say the magic words that I'm looking for, whether it's, hey, send me X amount of dollars and then I'll send you this amount, or hey, I need your online bank login information to make this deposit on your account. That's my bread and butter. Once they say that, I immediately jump in and report them. And then what I also do is I go in, I keep a spreadsheet of everybody, and there's a couple of them I even have files on. Because they were tricky ones, they were tough ones to bring down. So I was just gathering as much evidence as I could, but then I track them in a spreadsheet, and then I also have my website where I put all that information out there available for everybody. And then to kind of simplify it, I use dots. If it's a purple dot, it's someone I've just baited, I haven't followed up on. If it's a yellow dot, it's someone that I've baited, I've followed up on, they're still active. And I use a red dot to signify someone who had their profile shut down, whether it be suspended, deleted, restricted, or whatever. So if anyone goes out there and sees it, they can kind of see, oh, okay, this guy was messaging me and he's on this list. I'm pretty damn sure he's a scammer. So it's just kind of my own little method of keeping track of. I'm a numbers guy. I love stats and all that. So it's just my own little way of keeping track of what I'm doing, and if I'm successful, am I actually getting them shut down, or am I just doing this for content?
Right, which is I think that's amazing. Like I really appreciate that. That you want to make sure that it's making a difference, because we have plenty of content out there, and that's great, but we really need to be, doing work together can really make it, help make a difference. So I think that's awesome.
Right, and it's probably easier for me to do rather than like the call center ones, because you don't know if that scammer got fired or if they're still working and the call center got shut down. I can go and see, oh, this profile got suspended. So I imagine the follow-up for me is a little easier to do as opposed to, phone calls type scam baits.
Right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because it can be really hard for the work that Take and I do to really know what influence it has, because like Take doesn't know. Okay, so let's say he pisses a scammer off and they're pissed all day and they mess up like 3 calls because they're pissed off. How in the world is Take supposed to measure that?
Exactly. So, you can't call that scammer back and go, okay, what about the last 3 people you just talked to? How much money did you get out of them,
We just hope for the best.
Right.
Yeah, so it's great that you have a way that you can measure, in a direct way to success.
I get, like I said, I like stats, I like numbers. Last I calculated I get 91.3% of all of them that I bait, I get them shut down. So I have a very successful method. I call it an evidence-based method. I won't report someone, even if my gut tells me they're a scammer, I won't report them until until they say those magic words,
And if we want someone that we trust to do our taxes next year, we can mail you our taxes.
I do have a degree in accounting, so
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, were you an accountant before all this? But yeah, I'm just kidding, CJ. Don't mail him the taxes. He's got enough going on. So how did you get started? Like, like in your passion with messing with these Twitter scams? Did somebody reach out to you eventually, or like I know you talked a little bit about how you changed from doing like the Kip Boga type of thing to doing your niche now, but like was there like one like catalyst that kind of set you off to like really start doing this all the time?
The guy who almost scammed me. I had found somebody on just like anybody else. I had seen somebody on Twitter saying, "Hey, I want to help you. DM me." And so I sent him a message. We started chatting. He was really nice. He was empathetic, understanding. I ended up giving him my online bank login information, and it was late at night. Thank God it was late at night when we were doing this. And all night, I just had this gut feeling that something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. I didn't even sleep that night. 6 a.m. the next morning, I got up. I changed my login information, my password, everything, and everything. And then during the day, that following day, I got like 15 requests for my login code because I have two-factor authentication set up. And I was like, wow, they really were a scammer, and they are trying to get into my account. I just got lucky. I got lucky that it was late. They were probably like, we'll just deal with this in the morning. We'll scam this guy out of his money in the morning. I beat him to the punch. And that's when I was like, this made me sick. And then I started seeing how many there's literally thousands and thousands of scammers out on Twitter. And it made me sick. And I was like, I can do something here. I can go in. I know these guys are scammers. I can go in. And then I kind of beckoned and back to the Kip Boga memory. Like, oh, yeah, he scam baits. He wastes their time and exposes them. And like the light bulb just went off. I was like, oh, I could do that, but I could do it on Twitter. Okay.
Yeah.
So Twitter scams are definitely your favorite to kind of bait. It seems like, right? That's your niche.
Yep, I've pretty much only been focusing on Twitter. I had a gentleman I helped who had got his Facebook account stolen. I kind of helped guide him through Facebook support and getting his account back. But outside of that, yeah, it's pretty much all I've been focusing on is Twitter because the problem there is so widespread, and there's just no scam baiters over there. Outside,
yeah, there's enough there that'll keep you busy.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to bump into more scam baiters who are on Twitter. I would be overjoyed because, as far as I know, it's me and Whiskey Scam Baiter, and he just focuses on the product non-delivery whiskey scams. So I'm taking on pretty much the whole gamut on Twitter.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, awesome. So, what's your schedule like? What kind of stream schedule do you have?
I typically, since like I said, I'm a night owl. When my son goes to school, I usually lay back down and take a nap and get up, later in the morning, afternoon, whatever. So I usually don't start streaming till the evening, U.S. Central Time evening, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, which if you kind of do the math, or not math, but that's like, 4 or 5 in the morning in India. So they're not scamming me out of India. I've managed to grab some IPs, log some IPs from some of the scammers I talked to, and they always come back to Nigeria. I'm not being racist or
Right.
prejudiced or anything. That's just the bottom fact. I know there's amazing people in Nigeria, but there's a very big scammer population in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, we know it's not racism. That's just the reality of it. I mean, so
Yeah, I always hate mentioning countries or locations, but every time I get an IP, which it's actually hard to get an IP from Twitter because when you send them a link to grab their IP, what the Twitter app does is it goes and gets that link and how do I describe this? Okay. Twitter's DNS servers are in Atlanta. So most of my IP grabs come back to Atlanta because Twitter serves up the website inside their app. So it's covering up the user's IP, which is actually a good thing on Twitter's behalf. I applaud that. It's protecting users' private IPs. But for a scam baiter, it's frustrating because I see so many of them come back, and I'm like, well, I don't have that piece of information now, so.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, I completely understand. To be honest, I don't do any other baiting right now except for the ones out of India, and that's just because I've spent a whole year learning about India, trying to understand their culture, trying to understand the layout. I can't start a new country quite yet. I'm just focused on that one, and then I'm hoping one day in the near future, the scams out of India will be so low I can start on the next thing, you know? So I really appreciate the other people, like I know Takeout as well does a lot of the PCH, and I really appreciate people that are doing some other scams that aren't just the basic tech support like a lot of people are doing, because it's really great to have people focus on other things. So it's definitely not a bad thing that you're not that you're focusing on the Nigerian scams, because that's super helpful, you know, to everybody. So we really appreciate all the work that you're doing, and just keep collecting as much information as you can, and then hopefully we can use that information in some way.
Yeah, and since I've started doing it, I joked the other day as like, I got good news, bad news. Good news is I'm going to stream. Bad news is I think I'm addicted to scam baiting. Like I absolutely love doing this. I get such a kick out of it, and it feels like I'm 42, I'm disabled, and it feels like I've finally found my calling in life. Like this is what I was meant to do. So I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. I love it, and I feel like I'm helping. I have a unique way of a lot of the scammers use Cash App, and I have a unique way of contacting victims through Cash App. A lot of scammers make their victims turn around and mule money for them. They'll say, okay, well, now in order to get your donation, I need you to accept money from these other people and forward it to me in Bitcoin. Well, I've discovered through Cash App, I can send them $1 with a message that says, hey, so-and-so is a scammer, do not send them any money. And I've gotten feedback that way, like they can reply, but all they can reply back is with an emoji. So I'll get a thumbs up emoji or a heart emoji. I had one guy actually turn around and do the same thing, where he sent me 3 transactions and just attached a message to each of them saying, hey, I thought this was kind of fishy, thank you so much. And that's like a natural high for a scam baiter. When you save a victim, there's no better feeling than that.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
I totally agree. So that's awesome. How smart of you. That's what we need, is to keep coming up with different ways to save people, because that's really smart that you thought of that. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything else that you want to share with everyone about, what you're doing or your plans, or where they can catch you, or where they can support you, anything like that?
Shameless plugs, I guess. Twitch.tv/HTHTV. I'm on Twitter, HTHTV, YouTube. Then my Twitter is @Hatchtifer, which is my old streaming handle. I've kind of rebranded in the process. But, yeah, and I have my website then, twitterscams.info, and all my links are out there. That's the easiest way to find me. So I guess that's my shameless plug for the day.
Yeah, well, you deserve it.
That's why you're here.
Yeah,
it's I think when you joined us, you had about 49 subscribers on YouTube, and you're just close to 70 now. So,
you're
hopefully, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. We don't play around here.
Oh my Lord!
It's small show results.
I'll be back next week.
Anytime, brother. It was a pleasure talking with you.
Yeah,
you were
thanks so much.
awesome to talk with. You really were. So I definitely appreciate it.
Glad to finally meet you two. I have watched CJ's. CJ is amazing. The way you intercept the phone calls and stuff just blows my mind. It's amazing.
Awesome to watch, right?
Oh, it is.
Yep. I would have Take on, but I don't want him to rage on any of my victims. I'm just kidding. He would never do that.
No. When I've talked to victims, I tone it down. I got a heart too. I know people only hear the rage part, but I'm pretty sensitive when it comes to that stuff. But still, I would rather someone else do that, and I can enjoy watching it and knowing that somebody's making a difference, and then I'll just do my own thing and rage at the idiots.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we will definitely be in touch for the future.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Anytime, brother.
All right. We'll catch you later.
Yeah. Bye.
Later, man.
Bye-bye.
Like I said, and I mean it, I'm super glad that people are doing different stuff, because that's what's going to make the biggest difference long term. Like you pissing them off and me trying to save victims and him focusing on Twitter and TAGOW focusing on PCH, like together where we can change the world, right? Or is that too kumbaya?
Well, it's a little bit, it's the more people that get involved and do this, and we meet people every day that are just starting to get pissed off and involved. That's the only way it really works. The more their time is wasted and the more awareness is spread, the least amount of money that they're going to make, hopefully it'll go away. But I think we're still in the crawling stages.
For sure. Okay, let's watch a quick 1-minute clip of my video of the week, and we will be right back. It's really short.
Thank you for staying connected. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So, sir, my name is Chris Todd, and I'm from the cybersecurity department right now. How are you doing today?
Good.
Okay, so did you get the name and location?
Yes. This is Delhi.
Okay.
Red area. Red one. So see, in this line you can see Rajouri Garden. Also, this is Karnat Place. The middle of this Delhi. This is a central place of Delhi. This is Rajouri Garden metro station. Metro that you can see. Pillar number 398, 399, 400. What was the pillar number that he gave us?
377.
377. That means I have to go here. 387, 386, 385, 383, 382, 381, 379, 377. This one he said?
Yeah, 377.
Because it was just near to the number.
It says Banesh Construction, ground floor.
Construction, ground floor?
Yeah, BISHESH. There it is, the second one. The second one. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, we are back. Thank you guys for indulging me. And if anyone hasn't seen that video, the link's pinned above. Please go give it a watch today. Yeah, it was one of the calls. It was the call center that a guy basically leaked me all the information, and we managed to get him raided after that. So it was a pretty interesting experience. But let's see if we can. Yeah, let's see if we can get some peeps on the phone for a minute or two, and see what everyone's up to today. So later on, if y'all missed it, Take and I and Chester will be on Scambait Beyond. I don't know does anyone in chat know the exact time that it starts? Because I am not sure. I can't remember if it's 7:30, 8, or 8:30. Anybody know?
I think it's in Discord. I think on that little thread that we're on, I think it has the exact time.
Okay. So I'll check that afterwards. But If anyone knows, let us know so we can tell everyone to watch. But it's sometime this evening around 8 p.m. on Scambait Beyond. Take Chester and I will be there, like I said. And we will be discussing, I guess, just various topics of scam baiting. So it'll be a good time.
Definitely. I can't wait.
So I'll definitely be taking a nap today.
Yeah, I'm about ready myself.
Yeah. It's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay. 7:30 CST. Okay. So 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Scambait Beyond's channel. We'll be there. Take Chester and me. So it'll be like the news gone wild.
I mean, that's like middle of the night for Chester.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like 1 a.m.
And there's the link. Thank you, Raz. If y'all click on the link, there, you can hit that watch later or whatever. There's the link. Newman, we changed it. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we start at 8 a.m. now, and we go to around 10. We're, of course, a little bit over, but sometimes we have to stop at 10. So our official times for the morning scam show is 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, I have an Amazon number we can try here. Let's see if they answer. Nope, that one's a fail.
Hello?
They're on.
Hello?
Hello? Yes,
Yeah,
how are you doing?
Amazon?
Hello?
I'm right here. Hello? Can you help me?
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you doing today?
Why are you calling me?
Why not? कौन है?
Pardon?
तुम्हारा असली नाम क्या
What
है?
are you calling me?
मेरा नाम राज पटेल है. और आप?
What?
आपका नाम क्या है?
What did you say?
Wait, who are you?
This is James Anderson.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wrong country. Yeah, how's it going? Did
Sir,
I win
hang
money? Mr. Anderson?
Get off my phone, sir. I don't know you. Bye.
Oh, I'll get off your phone, but I'm going to get right back on your phone, motherfucker. Okay? We're going to be good friends by the end of the day.
What?
No victims for you, fucker. No victims. Get a job.
Suck your mother.
Go drink your red stripe and your jerk chicken, and I'll call you right back, okay?
No. Listen to that lady in the background. I love her voice. Right now, my dick should be right in her mouth right now.
Yeah. What's the weather like today down there? I was thinking about going to your beautiful country soon. I've been there before, Montego Bay.
What?
Are you in Ocho Rios? Kingston? I've been to Kingston.
No, we're not. We're in Chenchtown.
Oh, really? You got a place for me to stay?
Huh?
You got a place for me to stay if I come down that way?
Yeah, I have a place to stay. But you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna send me some money. You're gonna send me some money so I can line up the place for you, okay?
Okay. Anything you need. You need money? What do you want? A vanilla gift card?
Yeah, if you want to buy a couple, yes.
Yeah. Now, while I got you on the phone, do you ever feel bad that you pose as a lottery person and scam innocent people out of money? Do you ever feel bad? Just between me and you.
No? How are we gonna feel bad about it? Tell me now.
Like,
how are we gonna feel bad? How are we gonna feel bad? And that's what we do, huh?
Right. That's what you do. I'm asking you. You don't feel bad about hurting somebody and making them poor?
They're not gonna be poor.
If you take somebody's last dollar
you
and
have
they don't have money to feed their kids,
give
aren't
away
you making
money
them
to
poor?
you have to give away money to somebody else to rich. So the more you spend, the more somebody getting rich. Okay?
So you're doing them a favor, you mean?
Yeah. So you have to do what you have to do. What you do is what you do. Okay?
Yeah, but I've been poor before in my life. I never thought about hurting anybody and taking their money. Like, how do you?
That is not hurt.
Do you just walk around
that
hating
is
yourself
not
every
hurt.
day?
I didn't take your money. I didn't take anybody's money. Okay? They do it. They send it. So I didn't take it. They're the one do what they do and send it.
Anybody, if I call somebody and say, okay, I'm going to give you $21 million in a Mercedes, but you need to pay me $500, and they give me $500, aren't I the bad person there?
No.
Okay.
They should know. They should know that. Yeah, the company don't call anybody. So why they gonna do it like? Why they gonna listen to person that call them? They just some dumbass. Okay.
How many people? How many people a day do you think you would call before you get somebody that says yes?
I don't know. Right now, I dial more than 1,000 number, more than 500 number for the day. So anyone picks up
like
and calls for it,
right?
Well, yeah.
Now, like, if you were ever in the United States, would you think you would be like a good car salesman and you would just like talk to maybe 20 people a day and you would sell like one car or two cars a day and you would be like a legit person, right?
Well, we have a lot of person over there also in the United States, which is born citizen. They're helping us doing this shit. So you don't need to worry.
Well, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I really do appreciate you talking to me. What would you think like if you had to describe your childhood in just a couple words? Did you have a good childhood?
Listen.
Or do you think that it was just so bad that it turned you into like a person that doesn't care about other people?
Not really. Not really.
No.
But sometimes you got to do. Yeah, that's really. I looked out for person, but in this way that what I have to do, as I told you, what I have to do, I have to do. Okay? You're in a sticky situation, so you just have to just make it that way. You don't see any other way, so you have to make it that way. Okay?
Yep. No, I understand. I understand, sir.
We wasn't born in the light. We're in the dungeon. You know what dungeon is?
Oh, I know what dungeon is, and I stayed at Wyndham Rose Resorts in Montego Bay, and I met a lot of nice people down that way, and I don't think they would ever agree with what you're doing. That's why I was asking you if you had like a different type of childhood or upbringing. I mean, not everybody that you associate with is doing what you're doing, right?
You know that. You know that because a lot of person over there is doing the same thing. They're doing the stuff with us, so... Well, what about that?
No.
What about those person over there?
Well, yeah, I'm only talking to you. There's a lot of people in the world that take advantage of the innocent that don't know any better. But let's change the subject for a minute. Is Mad Lion and Buju Banton, are they still popular?
No, really. Not really, because you have these youngsters is going on with some crazy shit.
Like what's the like
they still famous. They're famous
artist out there right now. I'm sorry?
Huh?
I love music. I was just wondering if there's anything coming from your area that I need to be on the lookout for.
What I say?
What?
Where I say so?
So, okay, that's okay then. Do you have any plans to stop doing what you're doing, or are you just going to continue to do this until you go to jail?
If you send me $1,000.
Oh, $1,000, that's it?
Yes. If you send me
Okay.
$1,000.
Yeah, I have $1,000 in my pocket right now, actually.
You're not gonna send me $1,000.
Of course not. You're smart enough to know that.
That will be in my genes. But if I listen to the sports, I'm very. Listen, I'm in a situation where I'm hungry, and I picked up the phone. If I could call your number right now and say, "Hello, sir, I'm very hungry. Can you make my day? Can you give me at least a $10, $20?" First thing you're gonna say, "Hey man, I don't know you. Get off my phone." Right?
Maybe not.
Maybe
I like to help people,
what simple thing you're gonna say. So if I call you now, and say, "Hey, you want couple million," you're quick to go and jump and send me money. But I'm hungry and you don't quick to send the money, right?
Oh, is that how you rationalize things? I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Huh?
So, what's the most you ever scammed out of somebody?
What?
What's the most amount of money that somebody ever sent you?
25, 30,000.
25, 30,000, and I mean, how long? That would probably carry you for like a year, right?
That can be more than a year. Because when for instance you send me like 10,000 US dollar to my country, okay? I will be having $1.5 million in my pocket.
Now, when I was in your beautiful country last, I was in the airport, and some little kid put a bracelet on my arm, and I couldn't get the bracelet off. And then the kid's asking me for $20. Is that common?
What?
What?
Oh, they made the kids that made it and sell it.
Yeah, but he didn't give me a choice to say no. He put it on my wrist, and I couldn't get the bracelet off. And then I had to get on the airplane, and if I didn't give the kid $20, they were going to shoot me. What's up with that?
A lie. That's a lie.
That was very scary, sir.
Look, that's a lie.
I'm not lying. But
so which part in Mobile you been?
Oh, I went to Montego Bay.
Which part?
I don't know parts. Wyndham Rose Resorts.
You have a different part of like in the place you're in, like, for instance you're in Texas, so you will have like Dallas, you will have like Arlington, you will have like Fort Worth, all of those, you can name them. A lot of.
What about Negril? Negril seems nice.
Yeah, Negril in the West Side.
Right, like hedonism. Oh my goodness, I see the shows Hedonism, where you guys do crazy sexual things. You guys know how to live down there.
So who told you to call me?
Oh, I did.
Huh?
Yeah, I did.
Why did you call me? Who gave you my number?
Oh, your number's everywhere. Yeah, I'm not the only one. I mean, you might as well talk to me all day. You're going to be talking to a lot of people. Your number's everywhere. It's all over the internet.
Is it that lady that I talked to?
What lady?
I talked to a lady from Texas.
What lady?
I told her that she's my soulmate. I told her I am her secret admirer.
Who's that? Nancy Pelosi?
She called me several times. She called me several times.
Really? And she doesn't realize that you're a scammer?
I don't know.
Man, there's nothing else you can do, huh? Like, how long you been doing this for?
Huh?
How long you been doing this for?
I'm doing this from around 14.
14 since you've been 14, or for 14 years?
Since I was 14.
And how old are you now? 24?
28.
28. So you've been doing it for 14 years. I mean, I'm no mathematician, but I think 14 plus 14 is 28.
Uh-huh.
So it's tough for you to change. I mean, you grew up with this, like, in the life, right? I mean, you must have seen people go to jail for this. Does it ever concern you when you read headlines like from Ocho Rios, when 20 or so big shots have been arrested for doing PCH scams?
Yeah, but they don't have any. They don't have any good organization. They're all over the place. They don't know what to do.
Oh, so you think you're better than they are? They don't know how to scam people the right way, and that's why they're getting arrested, right? But you're safe.
No, not really. Not really. Not really. They do it out loud, public. So yeah.
Oh, you're more like low key. You're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Like you're not driving around town in a brand new Mercedes.
No,
right?
No, I'm not the one. I'm not the one that buying up big cars and drinking beer and popping champagne and boasting off and like that. When I have I have kids to feed.
Right, you're like an OG, we would call you. Like, I mean, there's a lot of mafia people that are very low key that you would never know that they're in charge of billions of dollars, but you would never know it. They're living a very humble life. Is it fair to say that's what you do? You just kind of feed your kids, and you're not out buying big cars and flashy clothes, right?
Not like no. You're right.
What do you think is going to make it so you'll have a change of heart one day and realize what you're doing is hurting people? Like right now, you've given me a lot of answers that you rationalize it with you're not doing anything wrong. Do you think something will happen to you one day and then you'll have a change of heart and you'll realize how many people you've hurt?
No.
Okay.
It's something I dwell in.
I mean,
something I dwell in. Like you dwell into Jesus Christ.
$35,000 though. Like, you wouldn't feel bad, or would you just say I deserve it?
If what?
What if somebody stole your last $35,000? Like you said, you scammed somebody out of $35,000. Okay, that's your money now. What if somebody stole it? Wouldn't you get mad at that person?
No.
You wouldn't get mad
Once
at me?
it's lost, it's lost. Once it's gone, it's gone.
Because I'm hungry, you wouldn't get mad at me?
No.
Wow, you're nice. You're a nice guy.
How are we gonna get mad? Once it's gone, it's gone. Okay.
Okay, so you're not an angry person, you're saying. Like, somebody could rob you and you would just say, okay, that's it. I'm not going to retaliate. I'm just going to let it go. It was meant to be.
Yes. So if they rob me, yes, that's it. Yeah. I'm going to make it again. I will make it again. Yeah. I'm not going to play here and then something go bad.
Well, also, that's because you stole the money and you really didn't work for it.
Goodly take up my machete and chop it in the neck and in dead.
What if you worked really hard and you were about to send your kid to college with $30,000 that you worked 10 hours a day for the last 15 years and somebody stole it? You might think a little differently.
I work hard.
I don't know, man. I hear a lot of bad karma coming your way.
Bad of what?
Karma?
What
You
did
believe
you
in
say?
karma? Like if you do something bad to somebody, something bad's going to happen to you?
Oh, karma gonna reach you?
What?
Karma gonna reach you?
I mean, karma's going to reach all of us. But I try to be a good person, and I'm sure most people do. You don't have any fear that something bad will happen to you, right?
What is the reason for you to saying this to me now? What you gonna gain?
Well, I'm just asking you because we're friends now. You took
I'm asking you what you gonna gain. What you gonna gain? What you gonna benefit off this? Asking me these lot of questions. If you wanna send me the 1,000, you send me the 1,000.
Well, that's not going to happen. I don't know if that's why you're still on the phone with me. I mean, you're definitely not going to get $1,000 out of me. Your only thing you're going to get is a conversation.
I don't need 1,000. I don't need you to send me 1,000. But if you want to send it, you send it.
Why don't you send me 1,000? I'm hungry. It's breakfast time here. I'm poor. Does that give me the right to make other people poor? Do you have $1,000 on you? Why don't you send me $1,000?
I just on the phone and I check your bank account and you have 100 and 1,000 in it. So I know you're wealthy.
You didn't touch my bank account. I'm so broke. If you tried to scam me, you'd just be practicing.
Huh? And you with two banks.
If you tried to scam me right now, you'd just be practicing.
What?
Sorry?
What did you say?
I said, send me some money for some French toast.
Can I speak with that lady, please? Just the way her sound.
I'm not getting any smarter by this conversation. Actually, you owe me like
no,
25
probably
minutes of
my
life
ways. Probably she would change my ways when I hear her voice.
Who, me?
I don't know what lady. Oh, there she is. Yeah, talk to that lady. I'm out. I can't do this anymore.
Hello?
You're hurting me.
Yeah,
My brain hurts.
Yeah, what's up?
Nothing, but I had a couple questions for you, if you don't mind. One, how many people have you caused to kill themselves?
Nobody. I don't let no one kill
You're
themselves.
sure of that? Because there's a lot on the news of people committing suicide after they've been scammed by PCH. So how many have you caused?
No one.
How do you know?
Yes, because by the end of the day, anyone that gets scammed by me, I send them that money.
You send them what?
You understand? They said anyone that gets scammed by me, you just send them money.
Me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I just don't know what you're talking about. I can hear you.
Yeah. I was saying, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, like if I scam you, you send me money, and you're there, I will be sending you back money.
Okay. Well, obviously that's not true.
Yes.
You wouldn't bother.
Like that person, he sent me the money, but he don't have the rest of money to pay. So what I do is get somebody to send her the money. You understand now?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously we all know that's crap. Nobody believes that. But
No, listen. Listen, you send me some money. I told you you're supposed to pay $10,000. You only could come up with $5,000. Right? So somebody else I call, and they said they're gonna do the payments. They're gonna send me $10,000. I don't have anybody to send it to, so I told them to send it to you, so you will be getting the $10,000. Okay, so when you get that money in your hands, you're like, oh my God, he sent me 10,000. You understand?
So you're telling me that you're committing federal crimes by creating a money laundering system.
Exactly. So when he received that 10,000, I probably said, hey, you're gonna pay some money out of that. You're gonna finish paid off your tax. So you're gonna just go ahead and do what she have to do with the money. What I told her to do, because she's gonna get the money free like that. So anything I told you to do, you're gonna do it because you're gonna believe, because you got the money in your hands from me. You understand?
Okay, and you teach your children, like, this is the future that you want for your children?
No.
Why not? If there's nothing wrong with it and you're very successful
my children,
at it.
My children, they're all brilliant. You understand?
They're brilliant. So that you're saying, like, you're so stupid, this is your only option?
No, that's not the only option. I do a lot of stuff, but when I get the time out and busy, I do this.
Well,
yes.
It's. I'm not even gonna bother wasting any more time on you because
I work on a farm.
You have no conscience or soul. You have no love in your heart for anybody. There's no way you're a good father.
I work on a farm.
There's no
what's your
way
name?
you're a good
Can
father.
I at least get your name?
There's no way that you're a good father
What's your
because
name?
you're too much of a horrible person. So you're a shitty father, a shitty husband, a shitty son, and a shitty person. And I pity you.
Why are you gonna say that?
I pity
Why are you gonna say that? Huh?
Cause it's true.
Trying to balance out the moment. Normally, it's myself who rages, but she was just giving you what you deserve, I guess. Sir,
no.
It's a very sad life, and you really need to think long and hard about making people mules and getting into their lives and taking money that's not yours.
You're still not gonna benefit. You're still not gonna benefit off what you're telling me. I don't know what you're gonna gain.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I can't change your life in one conversation, but you got to think long and hard about the people that you've hurt.
But the greatest thing is life. So Father God know what He's doing. Okay.
Yeah, Father God. Well, guess what? Every single day I talk to Father God, and He finds you disgusting. I can give you multiple Bible verses about how what you're doing is.
I go to church every single Sunday, ma'am.
God doesn't give a shit about if you go to church. He cares about how you treat people. The people that He created.
I'm a Christian in church. I'm a Christian in church for over
old people.
10 years now.
He created them, and He kept them safe their whole life. So, no, He doesn't want you to scam and lie to them.
No, it's them to have the faith and know the right thing and know what to do.
Okay.
God help those that help themselves, okay?
Take a glass of water and fuck yourself.
Yes.
God help those that help themselves. It's a lie. Is that a lie?
Yes, it's a lie.
I think you got to read
the Bible verse.
I think it says by hurting other people.
God help those that help themselves.
Give me the verse for that. Where is that in the Bible?
Oh my God.
No, tell me the Bible verse.
You don't see that in the Bible?
Give me the verse, book and chapter. It is not in the Bible.
It's just for you guys to have the faith. Okay. Once you don't have the faith, you don't believe in God. I can tell you that.
Well, He says
once you have
thieves will burn
once you
in the
have
lake
faith,
of fire.
you move
So
any
have
mountain.
fun with that.
Okay?
He says thieves and liars will burn in the lake of fire. So have fun.
Yeah, I don't think he has the same Bible as most people do.
No,
isn't there something that says
not.
"Thou shalt not steal"?
Yeah, and liars will be in eternal damnation as well with thieves. So you're in a double whammy.
All right. Who write the Bible?
God wrote it.
God write the Bible?
All right. Well, you have a great day, you scummy piece of shit. Really sorry that you are a shitty
stop
father,
saying that. Stop saying
shitty
that,
son,
man. Stop
a
saying
shitty
that.
person, a shitty human being. We're very sorry that whatever happened to you made you like that. I promise you, and I mean it on my life, I will pray for your sorry children because it's very sad the kind of life that
What's
they
your
have
bank
to face
account
because
number?
of you.
What's your
I
credit
won't pray
card
for you, but
number?
I'll tell you to take your glass of water and go fuck yourself.
Yes.
Can I shop off your credit card?
Sure. It's
Bye, loser. Get off my phone,
8675309.
Oh my goodness, that
Sorry.
hurt.
Yeah, I got super pissed off because it's just the way they were laughing, talking about it, it just really pissed me off. Thank you so much, Raz, for the
Thank you again, Raz.
do believe super chat.
I don't know because we were on the phone with that idiot for so long. That started off with a total catastrophe of a call. I was speaking what little
Yeah,
Hindi I
that's my
know.
fault.
A
Oh my
scammer in
God, he's
Jamaica.
calling back.
Yeah, because he wants money.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes. Which state are you in, man?
Which state?
Yes. What state are you in?
Why? Do you want to
I'm just want to ask you because meanwhile you meet some great person out there, okay? So I want to know which state are you in?
I'm in the state of Georgia. What does that matter?
You're in Georgia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you doing in Georgia?
Thank you for the content, but we're about to end our stream, so I'll call you back later.
I have a close friend in Atlanta. You know Atlanta?
Tell everybody in chat bye, and I'll call you back later when I'm not streaming.
No, I'm asking you if you have Atlanta.
Yes, I know Atlanta.
You know Tivoli Gardens?
How far you away from Atlanta?
You don't know about Atlanta. You're in Tivoli Gardens, probably.
Yeah. Tell
No,
everyone
but I'm
in chat
telling
goodbye.
you, I have one my negotiation friend over there in Atlanta, in Georgia.
Call me when
Okay,
I'm not
so-
streaming. Call me when I'm not streaming. Everyone can hear you right now.
I want to send them over there to your home.
Okay, tell everyone goodbye. All right. Okay, sorry
Oh, my
y'all, we went
goodness.
so long. Sorry that was so long. But yeah, that was my fault because I thought that was an Amazon number and obviously it wasn't.
Yeah, I switched it really quick when I heard the voice. But the first paragraph, it was me butchering Hindi to a Jamaican scammer.
Yeah,
but he
for
hung in there with us. He hung in there with us and gave us an interview. Not that we really accomplished anything, but whatever.
No, but I'll send it to you if you want to put it on your channel too. But yeah,
That's just 45 minutes or so that he couldn't be messing with somebody else, I guess.
Yeah. And they might laugh and joke around because he's with people, but you never know what he might think about later. Like, there's a small chance he might think about this while he's by himself, and at least feel a second or two of some kind of consideration of it or shame of it or something. We never know. We can hope. I know it's not likely, but it's not impossible. So, and please, y'all, don't believe any stupid crap he said about the Bible. Like, nothing he said was true.
I'm sure people know that.
Yeah.
I'm sure people know that.
But still, I just was saying, like,
even
he doesn't
the
know.
atheists and the agnostics,
Yeah.
you can understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
That is
for
not in there. So whatever. It was a good
Yeah.
a good time talking to him.
It was super good. Well,
Just-
thank you. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just it was worth putting my French toast on hold.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I know we ran over today, but we are gonna go. I'm gonna go eat. I'm sure Take's gonna eat his French toast. But thank you, Roz, so much for the 2 super chats, and Di, thank you for the super chat. Thank you to everyone that are members. That $2.99 a month or whatever really helps us a lot because it takes a lot of time for us to prepare for the show and then time to do the show. So we greatly appreciate it, and thank you to all the mods. We will see you guys this afternoon around 2 for UK Takeover. I might stream today. I might not have a chance because between this stream and the stream tonight, I have to do some schoolwork and some video prep, but I might stream later. I definitely will be back tomorrow morning streaming. What other announcements do we have? Make sure you check out my video of the week. It is pinned above. If you've watched it before, watch it again. If you haven't watched it, please watch it and take any announcements from you.
I got nothing. I'm not going to hold everybody up to start their day. So let's get out there and have an amazing day.
Yeah.
I'm going to go gobble some gluten-free French toast.
Yep. Y'all have a great day. We'll be back at 8:30 p.m. tonight on Scambait Beyond. And thank you to Hatch thank you to Hatch for joining us. Love you guys.
Hatch. Make sure you go sub to Hatch.
Yep.
Bye, y'all.
You are connected with support. How can I help you?
You're picking up the phone pretending that you want to help people, but you really want to rob them.
I want you to understand, legally and federally, I know what type of time waster you are.
Do you want people to empty their bank account?
Why would you waste my precious time?
We call scammers. And man, they say the dumbest stuff.
Go ahead, please.
Hey, do not call this number again. Okay?